doing my homework on myself, let alone the players, because you're always looking to improve, and I think that's perhaps been one of the problems over the years, that people don't realise, one, how difficult it is to get a player to this football club, and two, the logistics of actually settling a player into the area, because you know, a lot of loan players, certainly the loan players with the previous clubs they're at, they're housed in good accommodation, and as you can imagine here, certainly with Liam Walsh, I use him for example, he's only a young player, but staying in a hotel, you know, you have to think about where he's getting his food from. Is he getting the right food? And I know people perhaps, well, it's only food, but it's quite an important part as a footballer that these young players are making sure they're eating the right foods at the right time. And at big hotels, there's normally places where you can go and you can get your 3 meals a day, but Liam, in his situation, you know, you have to make sure you look at that, and is he in the right area at the right time, and obviously they can't drive, so making sure, you know, you get access for him to get in and out of the football club, and all these things you put together to make sure that a player's emotionally stable enough to perform when he crosses the white line. And every player's been through that process. Some players adapt to it a lot quicker than others, and Liam Walsh is a prime example where he's adapted really quick, and his personality has brought the best out of the other players. So yeah, he's been a fantastic example. I think for me, every football club up and down the country are trying to grow that department. It's something that I've always had an interest in. It's something that I've always tried to work within myself. My missus has not been happy over the years because Sundays seems to be a working day for me to analyse, dissect, and I always think if you watch a game once and then you watch it twice, you see more things. And I'm a great believer of that, because I think it can educate a player, it can educate yourself, and again, it's important on how you put that back across to the players, and feeding them the right information at the right time, because players want to hear their manager being you know, constructive and giving them good, concise information, and only short periods. And you know, I want to be a manager where I don't want to sit there and bore the living daylights out of them, but I want to educate them at the same time. So, and it's always difficult to tell any person or any player that, you know, they need to be doing it better. It can be difficult at times, but as long as they see it in the right way, you're 9 times out of 10 you'll see an improvement as a player, and that's been big, and I think it's a big part of football now. It's been amazing, really, for me, if I have to look at it to think how quick it really has gone. I mean, it's pretty scary. But there's one thing I wanted to do before anything, is make sure I give something back to the football club in the way that I'd done things as a player, the way that I'd done things as a coach. And you know, I felt at one stage I was taking a backward seat, and I always want to be making sure that I'm not that statue standing still. And I was on a crossroads, really, as far as my development's concerned, which is why I was really pleased that the board of directors and the chairman and the owner give me that opportunity to prove what I can do, because I did have a belief in myself. I think it's certainly something, you know, when you're on the touchline, you're always respectful of the manager that's put in place, because I think managers nowadays has got the hardest job, no two ways about it. And I think any manager I've got utmost respect for. I always have. I did when Gary was manager, when Paul was manager, certainly when Terry was manager, and I supported them because I know how difficult it can be. But also there's been managers that have given me a lot of success, and I've been very appreciative of that. And if I can do the same for my staff and create, you know, a winning environment, and they become successful with it, that's a proud moment as a manager when you affect that. Future, I think, is exciting. This is definitely the club I want to be at. It's definitely the club that I want to gain it more and more experience from as a manager. But I know there's still the hard job to do, and that's to keep the club in the Football League. But I'm telling you now, if and when we do it, I'm going to make sure we party like we never partied before, because of consequences of this club. And I think it was down and out before, and you know, I've managed to really drive and the players have followed suit, and I feel proud for the players for following me in those actions, because the club means everything to me. It's part of my heart. I'm emotionally attached to it because I've given such a long service, and I want to make sure it don't die, and I'll be doing everything I can of every minute of every day to keep it alive.